Hello and welcome back to another LawYap Reacts. It's been a while.
Quite.
Yeah, we had Vox Machina, we had Skeleton Crew, and now we're back because we got fed today. As us critters, we got fed.
We did. We really did.
Yes. Earlier this week, they released photos of the Mighty Nine and Essek. We think, I don't know if they confirmed that. And then we are all like, "Where's Yasha?" She wasn't there.
Where's my girl?
And then today we got everybody, including individual photos, and we got a sneak peek of the Mighty Nine, as well as sneak peek of season 4 of Vox Machina, with an announcement that the 5th and final season of Vox Machina is coming. So lots of news.
Very excited. I'm good. I have my Critical Role dice tray right here. Not sponsored, but it could be.
Be nice.
I use it every week when I play, so I'm very excited to be a critter this week.
Yes, and certain people are working on Critical Role cosplays.
It's true.
Yeah, by the time this comes out, we'll have the picture of all of us as Vox Machina.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
All right. So we're going to start off with the Legend of Vox Machina.
All our research, not a single sage, text, or historian has any information on the Whispered One.
In my vision, one of the warriors fighting him were Cobalt Soul robes.
Is that?
I understood that reference.
Of him exists. It's him.
Oh my god, it's
Requesting
Dodie!
a simple scroll from the archive is a trial. A secret this important, they'll never share it.
So, you plan to sneak into a highly protected vault guarded by a millennia-old sect of warrior monks and waltz out with knowledge so dangerous it's been scrubbed from history?
Oh, it'll be far more complicated than that. The Cobalt Archive is a high-security library of sacred texts. Its core vault houses the most ancient and important relics, including our scroll, which is tightly guarded by an elite force of warrior monks. Tarion will pose as a wealthy benefactor, making a generous donation to the soul. Pike's Plate of the Dawn Martyr. Only Pike will be along for the ride, as the monks unwittingly deliver her right into the vault. Meanwhile, the twins will use a talisman of truth, courtesy of you, Gilmore, to secure the daily combination needed to get Grog and Pike out of the vault. According to Vax's contacts in the clasp, the vault is protected by a sophisticated anti-magic field. That's where Keyleth and I come in. Once we disable the field, Grog can bamf out a trinket's amulet to operate the huge mechanism that navigates the vault, while Pike drinks a potion of comprehension, granting her the intelligence to decipher the vault's ancient writing. Then we make a hasty escape before anyone's the wiser. Well, any questions?
I've got the only one that matters. Other than guilt by association, what do I get out of this?
The satisfaction of saving the world from the apocalypse?
Oh my god, look at her outfit.
How about dinner with the new guy?
Oh, I love that. I love that. They very much made it like 60s kind of. It reminds me of The Incredibles, honestly. The music and that. The Cobalt Soul affair. Do you think we'll get a Bo sighting?
I don't know if Bo would be alive yet.
Oh, what's the time difference between?
And he's like at least 20 years after.
Oh, okay.
Vox, I'm pretty sure. So, I don't know. I don't know if Bo would be around in the Cobalt Soul yet.
I don't. Yeah, because I don't think she would have been dropped off yet. Because I don't remember how old she is in the campaign. The internet will tell us.
The internet will tell us. Oh, that was so much fun. And I love the now that I know we're getting like the Mighty Nine show, that we're getting like lore crossover. So exciting. So cool, so cool.
Okay, so yeah, no, she would have been a toddler at this point.
And where is Scanlan?
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't think we're not getting the lament, which I was never quite personally a fan of. But I'm sure he's gonna pop in, probably like halfway through. Like we gotta miss him for a little bit and then we'll get him back.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but wow. And then we texted about this earlier, but with season 5 being the 5th season, what do you think of the likelihood that we're getting some of the one shots as episodes, or whether that is the majority of season 5, if not all of season 5?
My gut says that the one shots were more like fun things for the fans and the not really beneficial. I don't want to say beneficial, not really important to the overall story. Because like the whole search for Grog was an after the fact thing that happened, like was birthed out of like one tiny moment in like the very last episode of Vox Machina. They're like, well, shit, we don't have time for that, but maybe someday. And then I think we will definitely get some form of Dallin's closet. But I don't think that we're gonna get like the conflict and like whole story, because I also think that that is kind of unimportant to the plot. That was just kind of like the backdrop for the event. And so I can imagine like an epilogue of the show, even if it's like the last 5-10 minutes of the whole show being like that part of Dallin's closet and ending the way that it ends, is kind of my kind of gut feeling about how it will go.
Yeah, I hope we get the kids. I want to see the Wish, and back standing off in the distance. I want to see that.
I do want to see how I'm assuming if people are watching this, they have watched Vox Machina campaign. But if you, just in case you haven't, not light spoilers for the campaign, I want to see if they're going to adapt. Scanlan was going to save his last wish to save Vax, and then used it instead to counterspell Vecna, which is basically what like won them that fight.
Yeah.
And it was I want to see if they can actually turn it into part of the story, because it was more of a meta thing where like Sam Riegel was so upset because that was his plan in game, and then he was like crying on stream, and then Liam was over there like, no, like I'm not sorry, like don't be sorry, like you did what you had to do. So it was like in the game but also not in the like game. It was in the game but not really in the story, but I would love to see them figure out a way to like put that in the story.
Yeah, I'm curious because I don't think at this point in Vox Machina anybody has said anything about a wish spell. I know in Baldur's Gate 3, Karlach mentions it offhand, about fixing her heart. So I think, as far as I know, and I have not watched a lot of visual media when it comes to like the Forgotten Realms or anything like that, so, or anything Dungeons and Dragons. So I don't know if we've seen a wish spell, and what is that going to look like? Like, how is Scanlan going to know that he knows this spell, right? Like, some of these other spells, it's not really as important. And we see obviously with like Keyleth, and Percy and Grog, how their, abilities manifest. So, but for something that powerful, that reality changing, like, I feel like that has to be somewhat of a plot point.
I agree. Yeah. So it's gonna there has to be some reason why he has this ability or knows this thing. I don't know.
And knows why he can't just use it, all the time, right? Or, like the pitfalls of using it incorrectly,
Yeah. I will say, like, it's the D&D, like the 5e, like actual aspects of gameplay has been very light in Vox Machina. They haven't really, the only references to it are like when Keyleth couldn't heal someone or Pike couldn't heal someone. It's like, oh, I'm tapped. Like that's when they were out of spells or whatever. That's kind of really the only references that I can think of that are more direct references to the 5e stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting. And then obviously we know in Mighty 9 they're a bit different when they're in the campaign, when like, you know, Caleb is, you know, reading and then he gets access to more spells or his powers grow. It's like, okay, that's already built in.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It'll be interesting, but I'm excited for this. You know, Miss Vox Machina, let me some Vox Machina. So
I know. I'm so happy that they're bringing Tyrion into, because, like, in the campaign, you have Bard's Lament, which is like Scanlan leaving, and it was like a very ended on bad terms. So then Sam Riegel came in with this new character that was kind of like a stand-in, so that Sam could still play. And he's not really that important to the plot.
He's a fun character,
like,
though.
But he's such a fun character, and I think like he'll bring a lot of like pizzazz and like funny things, but also like he is a good stand-in for, like, I think Scanlan is the heart of Vox Machina, and Tyrion kind of fills that void so that like Vox Machina realizes that they're like a family and we need to like have the family together. So in that aspect, I think he's important to the plot. But otherwise, I was like, I don't know, if Scanlan doesn't leave on bad terms in the show like he does in the campaign, there's not as much of a pull to like go find him to bring him back, because I'm assuming that at this point they could just call him and he'd be like, hey guys, what's up, you know? So I'm glad that they were like, no, Tyrion and Dodie are important, we have to keep them.
Yeah, so it'll be exciting. I'm excited for it. And yeah, I can't wait. So let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And our reaction for the Mighty 9 sneak peek will be coming soon.